Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Free Practice 3 qualifying and race section here at the circuit at Monaco, Monte Carlo. We had our 30 minutes of practice already, and we are now joining the drivers for their qualifying simulations. So it's going to be an exciting one to see. We've got a few drivers already coming out onto the track. Certainly they will be looking to get their banker laps in, as we said. Very difficult to overtake here, folks. And if you get caught up in traffic, it can certainly slow you down quite considerably and ruin the temperature build-up in the tyre. So let's have a look here, Vans Racing, in the Mercedes. Let's just look onto the TV pod as we come through. We don't have the sound again, folks. We will get it for the race, don't you worry. And as we come through Portier 1, there we go, and there's the MRC, Nicky, thank you, that Mark Hodgkin pointed out between Portier 1 and Portier 2, an extremely nice touch from the game designers to incorporate that, which was there in the real-life Monaco Grand Prix. We'll just bring up the various telemetry. We've got a Ferrari that has gone round, and it is Gibb. Just don't know whether he's just potentially letting people past or whether he did make a mistake. We will just see there Tom Brown in the Alpine. He should start. There is a McLaren there of Alex, again, just cutting the Novell chicane, but again on the outlaps, everybody. So let's jump on board with Vans Racing in the Mercedes as he climbs from Saint-Devote all the way up through Beau Rivage and now into Massenet, that third corner. G-Star and the Red Bull in front of him just jumping through Casino Square. They're coming down now into Mirabeau. Turn 5 very tight, and then we come into the Fairmont hairpin, otherwise known as the Lowe's hairpin from those. Oh, and he clipped maybe a little bit too much care. Portier now, good entrance for him through that. So he's already invalidated his lap, though. As you can see from the right hand side there, the track map has gone red, so he has already broached track limits, and that time will no longer be valid. Eva Homer now, just coming through the tunnel section for him. Talked about the aerodynamic properties. The car can lose 20 to 30% of its aerodynamic properties in the tunnel. So again, it's going to be crucial. There is going to be dry races for Monaco. And Eva Homer now, so far, good lap. Purple for him in Sector 2. Man goes quick as 1:14.2. And we did jump over the piscine, the swimming pool section. He does run wide of Rascasse, though. And again, that would have been met with front wing damage when it comes to the race. Carl, quickest, 1:12.2. Gini, 1:13.5. Eva Homer, 1:12.7. They are all making their marks, folks. So again, let's just keep on board with watching G-Star in that Red Bull. Just now, Mark is going round. La Rappel goes quickest, 1:11.1. Take a bow. That is a quick lap and just gets a little bit squirrely out of Saint-Devote. But you can see there already, Carl and one of the Alpines getting really close out of the Fairmont hairpin. There's that Merci Nicky thank you sign as we were commenting on. And Mark now comes across the line in his Mercedes, and he does go 1:18.8, but he will be going for it now. So let's stay on board with that Mercedes as it all the way climbs up the hill. Keeping an eye on those tires. Alex goes into a second, 1:11.5. Nightcatch, 1:12.0. So far, 4/10 of a second, the gap. And Nightcatch on those mediums, and Gini on the mediums as well. So Mark, just left-hand corner at the hairpin. And as he comes now down into Portier, there is a car in front. He will be monitoring that. There it is Nightcatch letting him pass. Good awareness of other drivers, which is excellent to see, especially on a track like this. La Rappel, 1:11.1. Guy now, 1:11.2. So Guy jumps up into the front row as it stands at the moment. Mark, 3.3 seconds quicker than his current lap. good. Oh, the rear end steps out and he bounces along the barriers. And it was again, just as he was coming out of the swimming pool, car became unsettled and it lost the rear. And he will dive into the pit lane. We're just, it is all going to hang on slight errors, especially in qualifying, folks, and it's going to be key. Let's just stick with the Alfa Romeo of Nick BT at the moment. He does have a Haas behind him. He is on the medium tyres, so he's certainly looking to see how those medium tyres go for him as he comes through the swimming pool section. Oh, and he clips the curb. And again, one of the Haas is doing the same. So again, it's going to be, I hope all the teams have brought a significant number of spare front wings, folks, because I think it's going to be one of those races. Nick BT goes sixth. Good lap from him on those medium compound tyres. And as they go up the hill, Guy goes quickest, 1:10.6, and there is a lap time, folks. So we thought, would we get into the low 1:11s? We are now into the 10s on those soft compound tyres. So let's just look at the Haas there of Guy as coming down into Porty. Some of these camera angles, superb, just before the tunnel here. And goes through. Larapel in the pits. Alex now on his outlap as well. G-Star quite a number in the pits. Guy decides the Nouvelle chicane doesn't need to be there anymore and it would be much better to go straight on. That obviously does invalidate his lap, and he will likely be in the pits shortly. Alex also doing the same. Does seem to be a bit of that going on as people are preparing for their hot laps. Carl just coming out on the soft compound tyres. Oh, Nick BT again, just running really wide in Raskas. Few to jump on board with Tom Brown in the Alpine, currently 11th, 1:14.1. There's a number of individuals still to set a lap time, starting with O'Fatch, Fanning, Gibb, Grimo, and Redcar Rambo. Let's go on with the McLaren of Redcar, the papaya orange, as he now comes into the entrance of the tunnel into Sector 2. He'll be looking to join his teammate Alex up in the top 3 or top 5 as he comes down, and hard braking there. Nice rotation of the car as they through the Nouvelle chicane and now swinging left to back. Very easy, as we've seen from drivers, to hit the barriers, but purple in Sector 2, which is great start from him. What will he finish up with? Good, nice rotation there. And as we come through Anthony Nogues, DRS open, and won't be utilising too much of his ERS. He goes into third. We were saying he was looking to join his teammate in the top 3 or top 5. He displaces his teammate down to fourth. Redcar Rambo goes third, 1:11.3, and here's Alex, his teammate, who is just down by about 6 seconds, so obviously just on a run. Nick BT goes fourth now on those mediums, 3-lap medium. And again, this is going to be the thing. It's not always going to be about purely getting the space, although that is crucial. It's going to be about building up the heat cycle in the tyres and getting that grip when you need it. There's absolutely no point in, on your outlap, absolutely taking the life out of the tyres. You need to take it easy. Well, racing in the AlphaTauri on his outlap at the moment. Night Catch is just starting fastest lap as well. Let's go on board with Ollie Racing in that AlphaTauri. And as he goes, utilising the DRS, will hit around about 180 miles an hour before he slams on the brakes. Near enough, bang on 180 miles an hour. Nice rotation into Sandoval. Powers his way up the hill as we then come into turn 3 at Masney here. The casino on the right-hand side for those that want to drop $1 or 20,000. Coming now down as we go into Mirabeau, 0.2 of a second quicker at the moment. So good start to the lap for Ollie. There is a Ferrari in front of him, which I think is Gibb. Sorry, it's an Aston Martin of G-Star. Slightly confused there. Apologies to Christian Horner for any offence that he may take from that. As we go now down into the tunnel section, 7th at the moment for Ollie Racing, provisional 4th row of the grid. Now coming down into Nouvelle Chicane, brakes are in about 60 metres, nicely clips the curb in the Nouvelle Chicane. ERS deployment down to about 60% at the moment. We'll be using all that. Night Catch goes 110.6, fractionally quicker than Guy there, folks. We are on board. We will keep on Ollie Racing to the end of his lap. Now down into Rascas, nice and tight. First gear tops up into second. Quick spurt towards Anthony Noakes, and then goes third, fourth, fifth, and climbs through the gears. And Ollie goes into fourth place, 111.1. But there is only 41 1,000ths of a second, folks, difference between first and second at the moment. Mark goes 9th, 111.8. So good lap from him to take him into the top 10. Carl is 10th at the moment. He does go across the line, slower on this lap, but certainly not down at all. 11th at the moment. Grimmo's just pipped him into that top 10 currently. And let's have a look at Gingini in the Alpine. He's coming through the tunnel section, currently 13th, 112.4. So as he comes now down to Nouvelle Chicane, very much braking. Let's see where he is in comparison shortly for his second sector. We do have a yellow in 3. One of the Ferraris and Hasses looks to have got a little bit excited there. We've got a 5-place grid penalty for Gibb there. GG about a 10th of a second down in sector 2 there as he comes into the Rascas. That Ferrari and Haas have gone by that point. And he dives out of that. There we go. Jacob Jones, the man of the moment, tells us exactly what we wanted to hear there, folks, which is if the sound disappears and he gets fed up of listening to me, obviously, we bring back the sound. There's a trick that we all learned today. So, Tom Brown in the Alpine here. Him and Gingini, 13th and 14th at the moment. So let's just keep an eye. And he's invalidated his lap there, unfortunately for him. O'Fatch and Fanning still to set a time. We are coming to the end. 5 minutes to go, folks. Your 5-minute warning starts now. You have 5 minutes to go and set a time. Nick BT is 300ths of a second quicker at the end of sector 1. Alex is on an outlap. And Nick's went deep into the Mirabeau hairpin there. And O'Fatch does indeed go third in that Haas. So it's a Haas, 2-3, Guy and O'Fatch. For those watching the stream right now, Jacob's comments have never fed up of listening to your various tales of yourself and an Iron Brew. Today's commentary is not brought by the Scottish drink of Iron Brew, but by the very lovely Twinings Earl Grey tea. And for any sponsors wanting to sponsor Monday Race Club, please just contact us. So here we go, folks, into those final 5 minutes, and the action is aplenty. We have qualifying, the top 10 currently on those soft compound tyres. Mark is testing the mediums at the moment on an outlap, so he's the only one that's gone on to the mediums, and again, it's going to be interesting to see what those mediums can do. We know that certainly it's most likely to be a one-stop strategy, medium to soft, soft to mediums. Pretty much take a punt that there will be safety cars. There certainly will be penalties, and if you can keep it clean, you could certainly bump yourself up the pecking order. Very, very much so, especially if there's a very late safety car. We will jump on board with Mark in the Merc soon. Just looking at a yellow that we have in Sector 1, but it's very quickly clear. Just a Ferrari looks like it's letting one of the Red Bulls past. And we can see, and this is another prime example, we were talking a bit about being able to let faster cars through. It's difficult to do that. We've got yellows aplenty, but it's just due to people slowing down. So let's now jump on board with Mark. He is priming those medium compound tyres, as he now done there. And here we go for Mark as he comes across the line to start his outlap on those medium compound tyres. Nicely into Sandoval. Probably just missing the Cadillac Rappel and the Alfa Romeo there already spun. We do have ghosting on, otherwise that would have been a monumental accident. Let's see what Mark can do as he comes now into Casino Square. The front end doesn't look quite to his liking there. 4/10 already down. Guy quicker, 4/10 of a second now into provisional pole 1, 10.2 on those soft compound tyres, but so far Mark down 4/10 of a second in his fastest lap as he now comes into the tunnel section. This is going to give everybody this indication of actually you set that fast time on those soft compound tyres, the chances are you're not going to be able to beat it on those mediums as he now comes down into the first of the Nouvelle chicanes. Pitches over, sparks flying there, same with the McLaren behind him. Let's see at the end of sector 2, is he given up 1.8? Yeah, he's gonna said pass for this one and look to get another run. Genie. Let's just look at Alex in the McLaren. 0.2 of a second down at the end of sector 2. 9th place on the grid at the moment for the McLaren, 7th for his teammate. As he comes across the line, he's already invalidated though. Here's Rebecca Rambo in the McLaren. Let's jump on board with the McLaren as he comes down into Sandoval. And he will go, Mark will let him past. A little bit, and again, sometimes you will go, sometimes you won't. Does it upset him slightly as he comes into Casino Square? He nicely clips the curb on the right hand side there, and he is 3/100ths of a second down on his personal best at the moment. It's a really good first sector there from the man from Redcar. I'd almost say the man from Del Monte. And as he comes now into Portier, there's the throttle. Now onto the throttle goes to that top speed around about 180 miles an hour before he slams on the anchors, hits around about 176 there, slams on the anchors coming into the Nouvelle chicane. Yellow flag in sector 2 very quickly has been cleared. Now as we come through to back, doesn't use too much of the inside there, and he's 1.4 seconds down, so he's backed out of that lap. Let's see who else is on quick laps. Nick Catch in the Ferrari. We are on the helicopter view, half a second down at the moment. Again, the car looks pretty solid there, just in terms of it. Guy's decided he's had enough. He is in the pits as we come to the end. About 30 seconds, there we are, 25 seconds. O'Fatch, also Night Catch, jumps into the pit lane. O'Fatch on a slower lap. He is building up, though, to a quick lap. Can he move on to the front row? He needs 0.2 of a second just over that to get there. Ollie racing in 4th in the Alpha Tauri also, but we are looking at O'Fatch as he comes up. Ollie Racing jumps into the pit lane, and qualifying is over, folks. Those that are on their fast runs will need to finish it. This is their last chance saloon to get their position for the Monaco Grand Prix free practice session. Remember, as we were saying, folks, championships qualifying and races tomorrow evening. Tier 2 starts at 7 PM UK GMT. 8:45 GMT is Tier 1, and on Wednesday evening we have Tier 3 at 7:30 GMT. So join us, irrespective of where you are in the world, join us for MRC, one of the fastest growing leagues of F1 2021 on the PlayStation. Please join our Discord channel, look at the links through YouTube, and it is certainly a great league. Oh, and a little bit squirrely there, O'Fatch with the front end. Oh, and he's gone into Rascas. He's almost done a Michael Schumacher there, and I bet he didn't do it deliberately though. Back in 2006, I think it was. We're up out. We go. We're pretty much just finishing. Oh, we've got an Alpine that's gone round Tom Brown as he came out of Anthony Nogue, so obviously just put the power down a little bit too much there, and ended up facing the way he had come. There you go, Grand Prix since 1929, the 78th running of the Monaco Grand Prix. We just have one car that is left, Mark, and he's given out, he's invalidated, and he will cross the line. And there we are, folks, the end of qualifying as part of Free Practice 3 for the championship races tomorrow and Wednesday evening. Guy is pole position, 1:10.2, superb lap time from him. Night Catch second with the Ferrari. Ofac and Evil Homer will go third and fourth, but Evil Homer does have a 5-position grid penalty that will bump him down to ninth place. Ollie Racing will therefore start in fourth. Red Car Rambo will start in fifth. Nick BT 6th. Larapel 7th. Alex in 8th. And Gene Genie in 10th. G-Star in 11th. Mark in 12th. Grimo in 13th. Carl in 14th. And then we have Tom Brown 15th, Fanning, Vans, Mann and Gibb. We have lost someone as well, which is not good. But we will see who will start on the softs. Obviously the top 10 will, of course, start on the tyres they qualified on. But it is 11th down to 19th. What will they go on? Will they go softs or will they go mediums? That is the question that we will get answered very shortly, folks. Anthony Noakes, it was the corner, the very final corner, was named after the man who actually was the brainchild of the Monte Carlo race. He was a brainchild of a wealthy cigarette manufacturer. He was a Monaco resident. He was the general commissioner of the Automobile Club de Monaco. It had previously been a cycling club, but the corner was named after him. Just getting ready, folks. The drivers will be getting ready, focusing, making sure that they have their setups, that they choose their tyre compound for those that aren't in the top 10. And we are underway in the race. We didn't have a formation lap, folks. We jumped straight in, and we've got the timing. The timing charts are a little bit all over the place there, but we have a Haas who is leading and a Ferrari, so it's Guy that's in the lead at the moment. We've got Ollie Racing in third place. Fanning has been disqualified from being parked in a dangerous location. So let's just keep an eye on the drivers as they go through the various hairpins. It is line astern at the moment. Oh, a little bit of bumps in the background there as we see it. Let's just have a look at those tyres. So, we got lots of soft. We got a Carl on the hard compound tyre, but the rest are on mediums. Gibb is on the soft compound tyres. And they're obviously the top 10 are on softs as well. And Nightcatch seemed to bounce out of the Newbell chicane there. Guy though, currently with a 0.6 second lead. Ollie Racing all over the back of Nightcatch, but Nick BT all over the back of him. Larapel has passed Alex into what looked like the swimming pool. And as we go, and one of the Alfa Romeos is in the pit lane, that is Larapel, and one of the Hasses in Ofac as well. So is this for front wing damage? Or is this just to get rid of their soft compound tyres? We will see. We wish we could see. There we go, they're going on to the medium compound tyres, so let's just jump back up to the start. Guy and then Nightcatch. Ollie Racing there in third with Nick BT and Red Car Rambo, and Red Car almost pushing Nick along there as we were coming into Mirabel. You've got to watch how you don't want to take anything out of the front wing. And McLaren's 5th and 6th at the moment. Genie there with Grimo. So let's have a look at the detail in terms of the position changes. So both Gibb and Vans racing up 4. Grimo up 5 there. Olfach and Larapel have obviously pitted as part of that. As always, the timing screens decide they want to play some tricks with us. It is all, as we see, there's a bit of a gap now forming between G-Star there and then Carl and the Aston Martin. Carl, the first of the only hard runner of the group. Vans racing behind Tom Brown in the Alpine, and you can see the pit stop strategy. If you started on the mediums, you could go onto the hards, you could go onto the softs. We're looking back from the Aston Martin. Yes, the DRS zone is 500 metres. It is not that long enough to be able to make an overtake. Got a yellow flag though. One of the Ferraris as Gibb has gone round at Saint Devote. So Gibb unfortunately moves down the field. This was Gini there with Guillermo right behind him. And we've got a Williams, Viva Homer seemingly ghosting there, but I think he's now back. Alex becoming slightly detached from his teammate Red Car Rambo. Nick has kind of dropped off the back of Ollie Racing. Ollie already got a penalty. Nick catch 2.2 behind Guy, currently ploughing through the swimming pool section. Grimmo gets the 3-second time penalty, and we've said this, folks, it is crucial that you don't pick up penalties because anything could happen, and it usually does. The MRC would say always watch till the end because you never know what's going to happen there, but Alex clunked the wall coming out of Raskas there. Guy, fastest man of the race, 112.2 there. And the field is very much red. And this is the other thing that drivers are going to be very aware of, is where, and they won't be able to see where they come out of necessarily. Their multifunction display, which they will all have access to, will tell them where they'll come out to. Gini running wide as he came up to the top of the hill there through Massenet. But they will see where they will come out to, and it's going to be crucial for those front runners, especially when we come to the championship races, for those who are in the midfield, where they're going to come out. They've got a bit more thing, but those out in the front, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, if they can get ahead and get out in front of the pack, then it's going to be great for them. But there's no guarantee. Safety car could throw that completely out the window. We're watching Grimmo now. You'd be a brave man to pass into the Nouvelle chicane there. He was having a look, but he certainly wasn't going to risk it as we go through there. So the train, as it stands, is there. Mark 10th in the Mercedes, G-Star in the Red Bull there, who won the Tier 1 race in Spain just 1 week ago in those very wet conditions. Grimmo has spun it just out of Raskas. We see it there, and he floors it. I know one of the Mercedes there, I think that was Vans Racing, looking to come into the pits, was slightly almost as if just feels put off slightly. And Vans has retired from the session. Let's hoping that's just disconnection. He'll be back, but we will see. I think there was some challenging in connectivity this evening again. So Guy 3 seconds clear after 5 laps. Ollie Racing in third place. Night Catch second at the moment. Nick BT, Red Car Rambo, and then Alex in the McLaren. Gini in the Alpine looking back there. We can see Evil Homer and Mark and G-Star in 10th. Superb drive from G-Star in the wet conditions in Spain to take his first victory of the season. Superb race from all the drivers in what was extremely challenging conditions. Do watch it indeed. Grimmo, 3 second time penalty, that's another 3 seconds. G-Star's now got 3 seconds as well. Guy has decided to pit, so we said, where would he come out in terms of the pack? He is gambling on coming out in front of Gini and co. The question is will he? Because there is the pack! It may not have worked for Guy. If he is going to do it, he is going to have to pass people or hope that those in front of him do indeed pit. But some of them are on medium compound tyres. We talked about this, folks, and said you have to be absolutely careful, but you have to watch that you don't lose too much time. But Night Catch, Ollie Racing will be in the same position. They will come out behind. After Guy, it's another 2 seconds back to Carl, then Grimmo, and then O'Fatch. Penalties starting to increase. 2 out of the top 3. Ollie Racing and Nick BT. Ollie gets another 3 seconds. I think that is 6 seconds for... let's just have a look. Yep, 6 seconds for Ollie, 6 seconds for Grimmo, 3 for Nick, and 3 for G-Star. And Night Catch comes into the pits. So, and this is going to be crucial because Carl is on those hard compound tyres. Night Catch is going to fall behind him. Ollie Racing takes the lead. Nick BT stays out. So does Red Car Rambo. Gini pits. Evil Homer pits. So they will get past. But here is Mark. Mark is going to get past because there we go. And Guy is passed through. So Night Catch almost following the same strategy as Guy, but Night Catch is going to get out in front of Carl, and that was crucial. I thought that they might not, but they did, and it was crucial for the race if Nightcatch wanted to be still within Guy. And that lap where Guy has been stuck behind G-Star, stuck behind Mark, has allowed Nightcatch to be within 0.8 of a second here. Watching Guy. Oh, and he nudges the Red Bull into the hip, and it nudges him again, and Nightcatch does the same. And this is going to be what is going to happen in the race, folks. This is where front wing damage is going to become absolutely crucial. On board now with the Haas of Guy. Looking back as we come through the tunnel, Nightcatch there in the Ferrari. You can see it just a matter of 4/10 behind, coming now down into the Nouvelle chicane, and G-Star clips with his left rear tyre and spins through the Nouvelle chicane. Guy will be saying, thank you, I will take that position, but Guy did touch with the left rear tyre, and that removes one more car from Guy, and he definitely did need that. Mark now in front of him in the Mercedes. We have a yellow in sector 2. It is a Williams, I think it is a man, as he comes down the pit straight. Guy and Nightcatch. Ollie Racing out in the lead, 2.5 seconds clear, so he's seeing how long he can take those mediums. And Carl went wide at Sandoval on those hard compound tyres, and Alex, who is pitted, is right behind him now. So Alex will be eager to get past him as quickly as he can. But Carl, looking at those hard compound tyres, trying them out for the race. Oh, a little bit of a kiss there from La Rappel to Grimo. Guy and Mark now, and Nightcatch right on him. Coming through the tunnel, Nick BT gets another 3 seconds. La Rappel gets 3 seconds. So at the moment, Ollie Racing is the leader. He's got a 2.8 second gap to second. He's got 3.7 to third. He's got 10.8 to fourth. Guy then 11 seconds behind. Fatch will be looking to close up on this gang. How long can Mark take these? And Red Car Rambo comes into the pits. He finally gets rid of those soft compound tyres. Nick BT and Ollie continue for another lap. Alex gets a penalty as well. Mark doing extremely well on those 9-lap-old medium compound tyres. We've said overtaking is difficult though. And Nightcatch trying to almost go down the inside there of Guy. I don't know whether that was a bit more opportunistic than anything, folks, but certainly did try and go around the inside, into Sandoval. Red Car Rambo comes out behind his teammate. So Alex pitted slightly earlier, and the undercut has certainly worked there. They are behind Carl in the Aston Martin. It is an Aston Martin bread, and a McLaren is the meat sandwich here, folks. It's Carl in 7th, Alex in 8th, Red Car Rambo in 9th, and Grimo in 10th. Genie now ahead of Evil Homer in the Williams. Let's jump back up to the battle. Fatch is trying to join here. Nightcatch just on board there. Mark currently there, 10.2 seconds behind the leader, but he will take this just now. He is going to be looking to go to round about lap 14-15. We have a yellow in sector 2 just before the Nouvelle chicane, but that has been cleared. Ollie Racing now just comes into the pits. So we said Red Car Rambo fell down to 8th. I would expect Ollie to probably come out in around about 6th place. Nick does go into the lead, so Ollie goes on to those medium compound tyres. Yep, so Carl just coming round the Rascas just now, just coming into Anthony Nogues. Ollie will be out before they reach him. And Mark has spun in turn 1 in Sandoval, but so is Nightcatch right on the end of the pit entry. Our pit exit, sorry. Ollie Racing gets a 3-second time penalty, and Nightcatch falling down the order. Don't know what happened there, folks. We will find out, but Nick BT is in the lead, and it is a Haas 2-3. Something that generally would not happen in real life, but we are an equal car performance, folks. So it is all down to the driver. G-Star gets another 3-second penalty. Mark, no doubt, will be in at the end of this lap, potentially for a set of, most likely, possibly hard compound tyres. He might see if he can get those softs. Certainly Ollie Racing did 9 laps. Nick BT should be in this lap in the Alfa Romeo. Those soft tyres must absolutely be worn out. As he comes now into Rascas, Carl gets 3-second time penalty, and Nick does come into the pits. Guy will therefore re-inherit the lead. Fatch will inherit second, but again running very wide in the Rascas. Is Mark going to come into the pit lane? No, he doesn't. He decides he's going to stay out. He's got Ollie Racing right behind him in that AlphaTauri Honda. Carl in 6th at the moment, Nick BT coming to the end. Will he be passed by Carl in this one? He needs to get out, otherwise it could end. He doesn't. He's going to be behind the pack. That hasn't worked out well for Nick. He is behind Larapel. And if we look at the stops, everyone has stopped bar Carl and Grimmel. Mark hasn't stopped either, and neither has Mann. But for those that have come out and who have made their pit stops, they have fallen down the order. The two McLarens who were doing so well are now down in 9th and 11th. Okay, with the three that will pass in front, they will here. But look at this as we come down into the Fairmont hairpin. They can't do two, but there's two Alfa Romeos fighting each other here. Larapel and Nick. Oh, there'll be words with the Alfa Romeo team, and Frederick Vasseur later, he will want some clean racing. But look, as we've got Alex going down the outside on the tunnel, and that's an interesting pass as they come down into the Nouvelle chicane. Is it team on? Oh, one of the Alphas runs wide, one of the Nightcatch has gone round as well, and sparks fly from the barriers there. And we've got places aplenty. Redcar up to 7th, Evil Homer up into 8th, Gene Genie 9th, Alex in 10th. Larapel has gone down the field, and Nick BT is in 6th place. 12 laps out of 20, folks. Oh, and Larapel loses the rear end. Nearly caught it, but just got that tank of oversteer and did collect it. What a race so far. Might only be 25%, folks, but this is certainly action aplenty. We won't forget about the leaders, Guy O'Fatch, out in front. Let's jump back now to Mark and Ollie is almost pushing him, saying, Mark, come on, I've got fresh set tyres. I want to go after O'Fatch. I want to go after Guy. But Mark, hitting every apex here as he looks to switch on those soft compound tyres when he does pit and get away from those mediums. But it will certainly, when he does pit, will likely fall down to 13th or 14th place, certainly. So let's jump back to the battles that we have. Let's just have a look at some intervals. So very close here between Redcar, Evil Homer, Gene Genie and Alex. Night catching that barrier, still sparking. That's what we like to see, folks. It's not just the sparking from the skid blocks. Nick BT looking at Carl. Carl doing a superb drive so far on those hard compound tyres. He will switch on to the soft, but look, Nick BT gets a better run out of Anthony Noakes and uses the DRS round the outside and is past him before Saint-Devote. So take note, folks, it is possible to overtake. You need to have good grip if you're going to try and go on those hard compound tyres or slightly worn medium tyres in that first stint or towards the end. Nick BT now 6 seconds behind Ollie Racing, who has dropped about 1 second behind Mark at the moment. There are penalties for quite a number of drivers here. Guy doesn't have a penalty, neither does Mark. Redcar, Rambo, Evil Homer, Gene Genie or Mann. The rest indeed do. Ollie Racing beginning to close as they went through the tunnel there. Just clips the inside of the Nouveau chicane there. Here's Nick BT, 5.9. Not gaining too much, and now we've got the train that is behind Carl on those hard compound tyres. And Redcar Rambo, trying to go on the inside of Tobacco, and we've seen that try and happen before, folks, in real life and end in a bit of disaster. Redcar Rambo does indeed get a 3-second penalty for track limits there. When will Carl come into the pits? Will it be lap 15? Will it be lap 16? Because it's certainly not lap 14. G-Star gets another 3 second. Will no Redcar Rambo look to try and overtake him round the outside? Carl goes defensive, kind of blocks him off there and says, no, Redcar, you will not get past. And Redcar almost pushing him along as they go through, and there's Gene Genie past Evil Homer on the run from Saint-Devote through Beau Rivage and into Massenet. Another possible overtaking opportunity there. Carl getting a little bit leery out of Casino Square there. We will keep an eye on where everyone is, and it's really, so you almost feel like you're nudging the car in front. Look here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all in a matter of the same screen there. This is what can happen in Monaco, folks. Guy stretching his lead. Redcar's going to look around the outside as he comes into the Nouvelle chicane. He's not going to manage it. He does run wide. He was never going to hit it. He gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. And Carl, he has to give that position back, quite rightly too. Mark does get a 3-second penalty, his first of the race. He has pitted and is now down into 12. Alex and Nightcatch getting a little bit close on the thing. Evil Homer going really deep at Raskas there. Tell you what, Carl is the cork in this bottle. And Rick, there's a collision there! Rick Rambo Ryan was almost going down the inside, kind of bounced off each other between him and Carl. Carl will be absolutely livid at that. Into turn one, he runs wide, kind of forced that way. There's practice, folks. People exploring the limits of the track, but Rico Rambo was on the inside as he was coming down into turn one, and as the track just kind of, the barrier jerks out a little bit, seemed to have caught them unaware there. Alex is fighting with Evil Homer as they come down into Portier. Evil Homer ghosting there slightly. G-Star is wanting to join this lot. Mark now into 10th place. Let's jump back on with Ollie Racing, who's 4.2 seconds behind O'Fatch, so at the moment on for a podium place. Nick BT there as well, the first of the or Guy and Gene Genie, the and Man, the only ones without. And Night Catch 10 seconds for corner cutting, and that would have been at the Nouvelle chicane for sure. Night Catch, who started on the front row, certainly had a race to forget. And we got Mark trying to go up the inside of G-Star there, and almost getting tapped up the rear by La Rappel. And absolutely flooring it out of Anthony Dogs there. Coming into turn one, Nightcatch has retired from the session. Had enough of tonight. Carl has decided to pit after 16 laps on those hard compound tyres. He will go on to the softs. G-Star currently in 9th on the softs. Mark on the softs as well. And a Rappel on those mediums in that Alfa Romeo. Evil Homer 7/10 of a second behind Alex. Gene Genie only 8/10 of a second behind Ryan in the Papaya McLaren. Nick BT there. Let's just have a look at penalties in terms of where everybody is on track. So Nick BT has 16 seconds of penalties. Rick Rambo is 8 seconds of penalties. So Gene Genie instantly. We've got a Ferrari. There's that Gibb. I think it is indeed Gibb, who is stationary. He is going now, letting people through. But 16 seconds for G-Star is 15 seconds. Grimo has 12 seconds. So the positions are all going to change about. And Gene Genie could inherit 2 or 3 positions here, folks. Alex and Evil Homer there. Gibb letting people past. Closest battle at the moment between Red Car Rambo and Gene Genie, 5th and 6th, and also between Alex and Evil Homer, 7th and 8th. The field is spread out. Guy still out in front. A little bit amber flashing on his fuel there, so he'll be doing some fuel saving. No such worries for O'Fatch and the sister Haas. It's a Haas 1-2. Ollie Racing in the Alpha Tauri, 3rd as he comes through, and then Nick in the Alfa Romeo in 4th. Red Car Rambo coming out of Raskas now into the final corner, and he puts his foot down. 3 laps to go, folks, in the Monaco Grand Prix for free practice 3. Said championship races tomorrow, Tier 1 and Tier 2, starting 7 PM GMT for Tier 2. Carl gets 3 second time penalty there, and Wednesday 7:30 GMT for Tier 3. What else are you going to do on those dark nights and winter, folks, in the Northern Hemisphere? Summer is coming in the Southern Hemisphere, but stay tuned with us wherever you are. Click subscribe on the YouTube channel, click on the bell, ding, and you will be notified when we go live, which is usually 4 times a week. 1 practice session being streamed, and the 3 championship races. Gene Genie 1.4 now behind Red Car. We're getting some turbulent air off the back of that McLaren. Evil Homer is not really able to close up much more onto Alex and the McLaren. Mark on those soft compound tyres. Spark still coming off of that. That barrier where G-Star in the left rear tapped it and that spun him around, very much like I thought. Oh, there we go, Mark just coming through the swimming pool chicane there. Oh, G-Star losing the rear as he came out of the swimming pool there, and Larapel almost thought was that my opportunity to get past him. G-Star coming into the pits, obviously taking a bit much now out of those soft compound tyres. Promotes Larapel into the top 10 at the moment. The two Aston Martins there, G-Star moves on to those major. Oh, and Grimmo's hit the Rascas, went and straight, pretty much car first. Alex has got a 3-second time penalty. Looking back from the Aston Martin of Carl, Tom Brown there in the Alpine. Now onto those soft compound tyres. There's Mann in the second Williams. Gibb in the Ferrari. Guy 112.1. He's taking it easy. Is Guy not? Absolutely going 8.8 seconds clear of his teammate O'Fatch in second. Ollie Racing there in third, Nick BT in fourth, and then Redcar in fifth. It's final lap, folks. And Guy is about to come and lap the two Aston Martins. Whether he will get there, he might just be too far behind, but even in 20 laps of Monaco, folks, you can find yourselves getting lapped as he comes through the tunnel. Now on his way down into the Nouvelle chicane, turns 10 and 11 on the circuit. He has a Red Bull that's went wide, and that will be G-Star. It's an Alpine behind there, which will be Tom Brown. But Guy, Grimmer gets another 3 seconds to add to his tally. Guy comes round Rascas, where there is a lovely cafe, and now into Anthony Noakes, and he will come out of the final corner. He does! A bit of power, does the weaving as he comes across the line and wins here at Free Practice 3 in Monaco. His teammate O'Fatch is going to come down to give Haas a full set of points, the maximum they can take. It is a free practice, folks. It isn't a championship race. Ollie Racing will finish third on the track, but will likely fall down the order when penalties are taken into consideration. Nick BT gets 5 seconds for an unserved penalties. Here's Riker Rambo expelling all that ERS as he comes across the line, finishes fifth. Gini though jumps up into fourth, so Ollie does indeed claim the podium position there. Evil Homer finishes. Mark is going to come across the line as well. Is he going to finish in ninth, or will he be promoted because of penalties? He finishes in ninth. Larapel will also come through in 10th. He does indeed. Then we've got the two Aston Martins closely aligned to each other, folks, coming through the swimming pool. We've seen this before. Bahrain in Tier 3. First race of the season. Grimmo and Carl, both on the soft compound tyre. And Grimmo does come across the line, but Carl will jump in because of penalties. There we have it, folks. Free practice, 30 minutes. Qualifying, 18 minutes, and a 20-lap race. This sets us up nicely for the Tier 1, Tier 2 championship races tomorrow evening and the Tier 3 on Wednesday. The drivers will have a lot of thinking to do. They will take a lot away from this. They will have a look at their setups. They will have a look at penalties. They will have a look at potential damage. But for this evening is the two Haas boys that come out successful, with Ollie Racing in the AlphaTauri in third place. Ferrari Power is on top again in Monaco, but will it be a Ferrari Power car when it comes to the championships? Join us 7 o'clock tomorrow for what will be an enthralling Tier 2 race, and then stay tuned because at 8:45 it's Tier 1. But from Monaco, from this Sunday evening, good night.